Gotta tell you, that was some weird tasting apple juice, but thank you, appreciate it. Welcome everyone to the latest indie update here at thoughtsfromthebench.com. I'm your master of ceremonies, the Indie Darling, and as you can see, I'm rocking a brand new indie shirt as well. Shout out to Pro Wrestling Tees for this because I love them and I'm forever in your debt and I am a slave to you forever. So we got a great show for everyone. We're going to be talking some Ring of Honor anniversary. We're going to talk some New Japan Cup. And also we're going to do something controversial just like last week that my producer's probably going to get really mad at me for. But anyways, let's get to some news. Roll it. First and foremost, happy anniversary, Ring of Honor. This past weekend, Ring of Honor held its 16th anniversary show in Las Vegas, Nevada, and it was an eventful evening. While the show might not have the same appeal that Supercard of Honor is expected to have, there were a number of developments that still occurred that are expected to have a big impact moving forward. First off, we've got not one, but two sets of brand new champions. The Briscoe brothers captured their historic 9th Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championship, defeating the Motor City Machine Guns, and in a barn burner of a no disqualification match, SoCal Uncensored defeated the Humbucks to capture the ROH 6-man championships. While the title changes are a big story coming out of this weekend, it wasn't as big as two other developments. After successfully defending his world championship against Jay Lethal, Dalton Castle was challenged by the villain Marty Scurll to a match for the ROH championship.
But I know what Marty can expect. About 3 dozen suplexes, a fat lip, cracked ribs, and I got a bangarang with your name on it. You might end up in the wall!
And it was officially granted at Supercard of Honor. While this matchup is definitely a tantalizing addition to the event, it still doesn't come close to the build for the matchup between Kenny Omega and Cody. After defeating Matt Taven, Cody was blindsided by the realization that Barry the Bear was really Kenny Omega. The reveal not only blindsided Cody, but also created a weird moment with Brandi. This is kind of similar to what happened with Cody and Ibushi at Honor Rising, and quite frankly, all I can say to this is, how come no one wants to kiss Marty Scurll? Folks, the New Japan Cup is officially in full swing, and while this video will be dropping after the quarterfinals occur, it still wouldn't hurt to give just a quick recap of the first round. Advancing to the quarterfinals are Juice Robinson, Michael Elgin, Hiroshi Tanahashi, Bad Luck Fale, Sonata, Toru Yano, which I still love by the way, Kota Ibushi, and as you heard it here on my preview episode, Zack Sabre Jr. The matchup he had with Tetsuya Naito was everything I expected it to be with two ring generals of their caliber, and regardless of how my producer felt, it was the right call for Sabre to go over. Yes, it was. As I've said before, the Cup is known to be an event that helps to put over newer talent, and Sabre has proven with his track record that he is ready for a bigger role in New Japan. What also is an intriguing realization is that Sabre's opponent in the next round is Kota Ibushi. This is an intriguing development because both of these individuals were at one point in time right under the nose of the Evil Empire. And many, including myself, were actually expecting both of them to be picked up by them. However, in an unfortunate turn of events for the Empire, both of them decided to pursue other avenues of employment. And when you know it, it seems like that purple-colored show of theirs is severely lacking in some star power. Maybe they should subscribe to New Japan World to see them. As part of this year's WrestleCon that will be taking place the same week as some other show happening in a football stadium, a very special event will be occurring on Friday, April 6th when the worlds of Impact Wrestling and Lucha Underground collide. This event will actually be streaming live on Impact's Twitch channel, and the first two matches for this event were announced this week. In a very fun 6-man tag team match, Desmond Xavier, Andrew Everett, and DJ Z of Impact will face the Lucha Underground trio of Aerostar, Drago, and King Cuerno. While this is sure to be a barn burner of a matchup, the real story is the other match that was announced. In an I Quit match, Eddie Edwards will be seeking revenge for his broken orbital bone and broken nose, which I actually kind of forgot to mention last week, against Sami Callihan. While this may not help heal his broken face, Edwards is still an incredible worker, and this could potentially be one of the more underrated bouts of this weekend. Just please, for the love of God, if Impact is going to be on TMZ again, make sure Lucha Underground's name isn't brought up. the last thing we need is the Temple to be mentioned in the same light as Johnny Manziel, Mike Tyson, and Eric Arndt. Please and thank you. So that's it for this week's Indie Update, people. Make sure to follow along with all of our social media platforms across whatever side my producer decides to put them on. And also make sure to check out the rest of our content that we have, whether it be Raw, SmackDown, or even last week with Deke. And also, I want to bring something up real quick because this was a bit controversial when my producer decided to do this. I didn't forget about Chris Jericho last week. I didn't. The reason I didn't bring him up is simply because of this one reason. I don't think he's done with New Japan Pro Wrestling. I don't believe it. 2 reasons. 1, the cruise is still happening. And 2, there's no goddamn way that he attacks Tetsuya Naito at New Year's Dash and decides to call it quits after that. I don't believe it. And if you want to throw your hate tweets at me, by all means, because I'm just not going to listen to them. So, make sure to tune in next week. And always and forever, this is the Indie Darling, signing off for now. Peace out.